Welcome to Geekonomics, everybody. It's Marc and Bryon. The OG edition is here with you for another episode. Everyone's doing well. How you doing, Bryon?
Doing good, Mark. Pretty excited for today's show because we're going to be discussing our favorite horror characters of all time later on.
Yes, horror movie characters.
Yeah, or whatever, but mine are all
Yeah.
movie based. But I guess we
Yeah,
could
mine
pick
too. Yeah.
we could pick anything. But Halloween's coming up soon.
It
15
is.
days until the election.
It is.
4 weeks until we get the new Xbox, new PS5 in our
Oh, man.
hands.
Oh, man.
I'm so excited to get the PS5. I mean, I locked one in from Sony, so I'm very excited.
Are there any release games that you're looking forward to?
The Miles Morales, which is going to be coming out day one for PS5, which amazing.
Spider-Man, for people who don't know.
Yeah, and I got the edition that comes with the remastered version of the original Spider-Man game that came out like 2 years ago. They redid the whole thing for PS5 with ray tracing and everything. So probably going to replay that. It was one of my favorite games. And then Miles, his story looks awesome. And then Cyberpunk 2077,
That's
game.
the Keanu Reeves movie or game.
Yeah, he is in it. This game has been in the making for like 8 years now. It's the same company that made the Witcher games, Witcher 2 and 3.
Yes.
It's supposed to be really immersive. You can pick 3 character types, and each type will basically give you a completely different game. So you could play it probably 5 times through and get something new every time, which is pretty cool. So those 2 games I just want to play this winter. I'm almost done with Ghost of Tsushima. I'm so close of beating it. It's a very long game, but amazing game. It's got that, it's got like the Red Dead Redemption 2 feel.
Just when you think it's over, there's more.
Yeah, but you're just, you're on a horse and everything. The great thing about this game is you can fast travel to almost every place you've ever been to, which saves on a lot of time. Other than getting on your horse and going, I gotta get away over there now. I can fast travel.
Well, you could do that in Red Dead. You just got to find a train.
Yes, and it took a very long time, Mark. Fast travel did not open up until like hours in. You had to have been at that train. You have to get the train station, and you've had to have that part of the map unlocked. Like you've had to discover it. So fast travel was tough on that game. But anyway,
I love the horse riding though. That's like one of my favorite parts of the game. It's relaxing.
It is relaxing.
Stroll with your horse.
This weekend, I actually did something.
Did you?
I'm refinishing my basement, and I put a whole wall up.
Wow.
It was challenging, but I did it.
Where'd you put the wall up? Right underneath your stairs?
Yeah. The wall, when you walk down, the whole wall was open.
Yeah.
It's now has wood paneling on it.
It
looks nice. It really makes the room look nice. And then I'm gonna, on the opposite side where the pool table is, that's where the bar is gonna be, and I'm gonna do like a brick, wood it looks like
brick. A faux brick paneling.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna turn that into an arcade area.
Nice.
Because I already have 3 arcade one-ups. I already have 3.
There's more coming.
Yeah, there's more coming in my life. So
you gave one up, you said?
No, I have 3.
Oh, I thought you said you gave one up. I was like,
no, I said there's more coming. I'm sure.
I'll
buying more.
Yeah.
So this is my winter project. This is something I've been wanting to do since we moved here. So I get in my own head. I get caught in my own head where I'm like, I can't do that. Oh, it's gonna be so much work.
Yeah.
I did it, and it feels good.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to get out of my own head.
I know. I have that right now with our deck. I had it power washed like in the spring.
Yeah.
Like a buddy of mine came over and power washed it. And I was like, I'm going to stain it and water seal it and everything. It's still sitting there. I haven't done it. I keep finding reasons not to.
It'll feel good when you do it.
Yeah. It'll be next spring's project because it's too late in the year now to do it. So
why not? You got to do it now before winter.
It wasn't power sealed. It wasn't water sealed last winter, and it made it through fine. So
I know, but that stuff only lasts for like a year or two, and listen. I'm gonna motivate you to do it because I've seen decks where people do not do anything to it, and it gets splintery, and it's not comfortable if you were to walk out there without any shoes on or the
I don't go outside
animal.
without shoes on, period. So that's
Well,
not
in
a
the
problem for me.
summertime, if you go, I don't
No,
know.
never. We have a dog. You don't go outside without shoes on.
Well, anyway, yeah. So I did stuff. I actually even did electrical work, which was pretty crazy.
Wow.
I know I have saws. I have
Wow.
things. I'm like, I don't know what's going on, man.
Like down in our cellar, Claire's ex, who had passed away, left like Claire has all of his tools. There's like all these tools in the basement. So anytime something comes up, I'm like, let me see if I have a tool for that. And I go in the basement and I don't know like half the stuff is. I'm like, I don't know what this does, but it could work. Let's see what happens.
That's awesome. I mean, I wish I'm slowly buying tools and I'm using them, and it's pretty wild. Like I got goggles. I got a pair of goggles. Allison's like, man, you're ready to go. I'm
into this.
Safety first, baby. Safety first. I don't want to get anything in my eye. Like I got
glasses. You don't have to worry about it.
No, you do. You still do sawdust. Because I was cutting planks yesterday, and you don't want to get sawdust.
Do that outside, so you don't have to do it inside.
It's very cold. Rather just inside. I put a mask on. I put
only
goggles
somewhat
on.
manly, not totally manly.
Yeah,
somewhat manly. I ain't going outside. It's cold out there.
Cold.
I'll sell this inside.
I have a vacuum. I have a mask on and goggles on. That's all I need to do.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's fine. Actually, no, the planks they're so big and cumbersome. I couldn't bring it outside to cut it and bring it back in because it would be like a project.
A hatchway?
Hatchway's blocked with crap. Believe me, I wish I had a hatchway that worked.
Oh man.
It is blocked by Christmas. Christmas blocks my
that's why you gotta make more room.
I know.
Get those shelf organizers.
Oh yeah, it is a shelf. There's a shelf in front of the door.
That's good for it.
I know. Well, hey, when I'm down there and if there's a fire and I can't get out, Christmas
you're gonna die. Here's what's gonna happen.
It's gonna. Anyway,
I'll never find you again.
Yeah, that was my weekend. So this is my long project, and hopefully I can show you pictures once I complete it.
Yeah,
I'll probably complete it like in February, March of next year.
Yeah, that's what Claire was like. I think last Christmas when they released the Star Wars arcade thing, she was tempted. She was like, "I was almost gonna get that for you for Christmas." I'm like, no, don't spend that kind of money. I just go over Bryan's and play his. It's the best thing of it ever. I can go play Bryan's, then come home. I don't have to worry about finding a place for it in the house or anything.
Well, once I get the basement done and COVID, once we're not comfortable having people in the house now.
Yeah, I know.
Down the line.
COVID times are over.
Yeah, that's my goal is to have it like if we were to have a get together once the end of next year, maybe, or there's a vaccine and people feel comfortable.
Sometime next millennium, decade.
Yeah, it will be
great.
Spacious down there. Very nice. Yeah. Anyway, I know, Mark, what have you been up to this week?
Just regular work stuff. I filmed a commercial for the Zombie Hideout.
I know. I want to see it. Can you show it to us?
I can show it to you. I have it queued up right here.
It's not like we planned this or anything.
No. Hold on. Let me get it queued up here.
Don't play it. I want to hear it.
All right,
and now for the folks listening to the show on Podbean or iTunes, this commercial will be hitting the internet this weekend.
It's on the internet right now. It's on YouTube. It's on the Zombie Hideout Facebook page.
Okay, so people can see it
out. Facebook page. It's on a bunch of people are sharing it all over the place. So
okay, so it's already out, but we're gonna.
And if you live in the Springfield area and have Comcast, it's going to be on multiple cable channels starting Thursday, supposedly.
Oh, cool! Nice. Let's see this. Let's see this beautiful beam footage, Mark.
All right, here we go.
The Zombie Hideout has everything kids and adults could want in a collectible store. T-shirts from your favorite shows and movies, action figures from your favorite characters, over 6,000 Funko Pops, new release comics, as well as back issues, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, and more.
Come relive your childhood like I did here today at the Zombie Hideout.
That's the Zombie Hideout, 364 Cooley Street next to Christopher's.
Nice. That was good.
Yeah, so that's the commercial.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
I like the little
It wasn't
kid.
easy peasy, but I made it look that way. I had to speed up all the footage because it like really would have been like over 2 minutes. I mean, like he only had a 30-second spot, so I had to speed the kid up running around. So here's my question for you, because this is a question I've been worrying about, and Claire told me not to worry about it. Did you get the whole gist of what happened in the commercial?
Play it again.
Gotta
Play
cue
it
back up
again.
now.
Let's play it again.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Let's make everybody watching at home endure the commercial one more time.
One more time.
I want to see it one more time.
We're gonna celebrate one more time.
The Zombie Hideout has everything kids and adults could want in a collectible store. T-shirts from your favorite shows and movies, action figures from your favorite characters, over 6,000 Funko Pops, new release comics, as well as back issues, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, and more.
Come relive your childhood like I did here today at the Zombie Hideout.
That's the Zombie Hideout, 364 Cooley Street next to Christopher's.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's the kid. Is the guy.
Yeah, it's reverse big. Was my pitch for it?
Yeah, I got that. It's a little. I mean, it was a little choppy watching it on my end. So the first time I didn't get that.
Oh, okay.
It's also because I'm downloading. I'm uploading something on for work.
Okay.
But the second time I got that. Yeah, the kid is the kid at the end.
Yeah, well, the guy is the kid.
The guy
Yeah.
is the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you like shop like your childhood at the Zombie Hideout?
Well, I mean, I think the fact that his line is, it's heavy-handed at the end.
Well, that's why we kind of had to make it that way, because I was like, I don't think people just get it if you just like have him standing there. So I wanted to like make it more obvious.
Well, yeah, it's a 30-second commercial. You have to, because people, it goes by so quickly.
Yeah.
It's not like a 2-hour film,
No, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. Good job,
I thought it turned out pretty good. I was pretty happy with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, so it'll be on Comcast. So you'll see it on TV potentially.
Yeah, it's gonna be on like the channels. I think he's gonna give me a list of channels today when I stop by the studio. Stop by the store, I should say. I know it's like some of them are like Nickelodeon and like those kind of channels, AMC, stuff like that. Like channels that people that would shop at the store would watch, kind of.
That makes total
like
sense.
Those like sci-fi and all that stuff. So it's like, like your usual like cable network local insertion channels,
right,
as the kids call it.
That makes total sense, Mark.
Yeah.
So
awesome. It'd be cool to see it on TV. That'd be the fun thing, is when it like randomly pops up.
Yeah. It's so weird because we live on the internet now and streaming, but you still get a kick out of seeing something like that on actual television.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, when we used to be on the radio, podcasts are great, but for some reason hearing yourself,
when you hear yourself on the radio, it's like, oh, I'm on the radio.
Yeah, I
like
know.
The old that thing you do scene where they hear themselves for the first time and they run around.
Right. Yeah. And and like
I always equate it to like the first time like a public access user sees their show after they do it and it's on TV. They get that excitement.
Yeah.
You only get that once.
It's true.
You never get it again.
No.
So it's one of those things. Like after you've seen like multiple, like if you do multiple shows and you see it's like, oh yeah, it's another show on the air. Cool.
Yeah, and then you realize like, well, hopefully someone's watching it. Or
Yeah.
it's just me, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Mark.
Thanks.
Great job, man.
Thanks. So that was my little project for the week.
Man.
Shot it on Wednesday. Edited it on Saturday. Got to wait for the voiceover, so it took a little bit.
Yeah.
And I had work stuff to do, so I didn't want to do it during work. So.
No one will know.
Yeah. Well, no. Enough stuff going on. I don't want to actually add anything else.
Oh man.
Besides that, just kind of just a chill weekend. Didn't do anything crazy. Finished Schitt's Creek.
We're just almost done with season 2.
Oh my gosh, the show was so good.
Yeah, it is good. We watch like 2 a night.
I understand now, like all this, the hype about it, like beforehand, where I was like, oh, I don't understand why everyone's so into the show all the time, and how they won all these Emmys. Now I understand.
Mark, you're like that with everything.
I stand corrected. I know, but usually I'm right, but this one I stand corrected on.
I don't know if you're usually right. Maybe
about 75%.
But yeah. So far, yeah. It's a very enjoyable show. Definitely. I liked how season 1 ended with them thinking they were going to sell.
Yeah.
I saw the guy having a spoiler alert. The guy who's going to buy it having a heart attack or having a stroke or some medical
or something. Anything.
Yeah, I knew. I'm like, okay, this guy he's overweight. He's boisterous.
It's only the first season too, so there's no way they're gonna get out that quickly.
Yeah. And season 2, the whole thing. Mutt shaves his beard. They break up. Alexis and her, they break up. Then her ex-boyfriend comes back to town. He's got a little 5 o'clock shadow. He's a little bit more buff, and he went up, and now she's already like eyeing him again.
Yeah.
And it's a great show. So we'll keep trucking along. I made Allison watch a great horror time flick. It Follows. Me and Jeremy Hutzel saw it years ago when it came out.
I remember you guys going to see it, yeah.
Hutzel didn't like it. I liked it. And I think my second viewing, I liked it even more. And I think as Hutzel, he didn't like the directing style, which I liked because it made it feel more intense. But It Follows, I highly recommend. If you want to see something different around this time of year, that's not gore fest, that is a little simple premise. It's a simple premise of basically this simple rules are, if this thing goes to the next person through sex, okay? So you have sex with someone, this thing will start going after that person. But if it kills it, it goes right back down the line. So kill you, then the person before that, and it'll just keep going. So you have to
have a lot of sex.
You have to have sex with one person to pass it along, but that person needs to pass it along too, and so forth. And it only walks. Only the person who it is connected to can see it, and it will show up as a loved one or someone you may know to trick you, or a lot of times it looks like someone it's killed. And there's some creepy moments in it. Allison, she likes
seems like an excuse to like do a lot of sex scenes.
There's actually none. There's actually 2, but there's no nudity. There's no nudity at all. There's so
they missed an opportunity then. They could have.
Well, it's high school kids, really.
Oh, okay.
You can't, and you don't need it. That's not.
It's one of those movies.
It's rated R.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
It's one of those teenage horror movie, like the internet ones and all that kind of stuff. It's in that genre.
No, not that corny, not cheesy. They play it up. I would say if I had I would say the acting and the mood of it reminds me of the first It movie, which are a little more serious. The actors are really, the kid actors are really good. I mean, they're a little bit older, but they're really good.
Yeah.
It's not cheesy like Unfollowed or any of those like
Unfriended.
you unfriended or whatever. I don't know. Unfollowed. I don't know.
Ugh.
Anyway, Mark, I know. Do you have any sports news? Because I know the NFL had a freaking hard time with COVID.
They had a pretty decent weekend. Like every game got played. There was no postponements or anything. Nothing got moved
Well,
around.
the Pats got moved twice. Didn't they get moved to Monday? Then they got moved again.
Yeah, they got moved to Monday, then they got moved to yesterday. The game just got their whole schedule all moved around. Yeah, they end up losing because only practiced like twice in the past like 3 weeks. So
and now like this is like the first time in eons they're under 500 points, right?
Yeah, since like 2008.
And they're the fifth game already.
Yeah.
And how many games do they have? 16?
Yes.
Oh my god! It's like quarter of the season's over.
Yes.
Holy shit!
Yes, that's how the calendar works. Yes.
I know, but it doesn't seem. It seems too quick, don't it?
Well, it's because I think it's because everything else was pushed back. Like baseball's just now starting the World Series, which is usually when it would start, but it's just like
yeah.
And hockey would usually be starting now, but it's not starting till January, so everything's kind of
potentially, yeah,
weird scheduling. Yeah,
but it feels like hockey just ended.
It did.
I know.
Like 2 weeks ago.
So like for it to start up
why
again,
it feels like that. It did just end.
It's all it's all weird, and I everything's flying by so quickly.
But yeah, the World Series, they just decided the teams yesterday. Tampa Bay Rays. I always want to say Devil Rays. Tampa Bay Rays and the Los Angeles Dodgers will be competing for the World Series this year.
Man, two teams I could care less about.
Exactly. But in some hockey news, I don't know if you saw this morning, Doc Emmerich, the announcer, the voice of hockey, announced his retirement today.
How was 74?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Can you imagine doing a job till you're 74?
Probably. I mean, that's like we'll probably be doing it something for a while.
I'd like to retire at 68.
I'd like to, but who knows, you know? But yeah, so he actually started announcing. I know he announced in Portland, Maine, for the Maine Mariners for a couple of years. That's where he started, and then now he's in the 70. I think it was 77 he started. So
wow,
40 some odd years he was announcing.
Man, and I mean, I'm sure he loves his job. So I mean, for him, it wasn't work.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome. I can't even imagine doing a job for that long too. That's even craziest part. That's man, wow.
Yeah,
time's going by too quick, Mark.
I know. That's how it works when you get past 40.
It's all downhill.
All downhill from here, as the kids say.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. So it's safe to say we're not doing. Have you talked to Scott Pellin? I don't know why I want to bring this up right now. But
no, I've not. I'm
me
assuming
neither.
There's no, because it's like middle of October, and that's
I have not heard. I'm assuming there
would have been this weekend if it was going to happen.
Oh yeah, it would have been the 27th. Yeah. I don't know why
It would have been the 17th, right?
No, 27th. It's the last Sunday of October.
The 25th.
Oh wait, I'm looking at September. Sorry.
I was gonna say. I was like, that's the 25th.
It would be the 25th.
Yeah.
It would be this Sunday.
This coming Sunday, which I don't think it's gonna happen because I haven't heard anything.
No. Yeah, usually I help promote the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it makes sense though.
Probably, yeah, it does.
You can't do that's a very small venue.
It is. It's way smaller than the one that. It's about the same size as the one that they do CliffsCon, but last CliffsCon they had the outside portion. So
right, and you don't know what the weather is going to be like.
No, exactly.
It could be freezing out. It could be raining all day.
Yeah. And the way things are going down where you are, it doesn't sound like it's getting much better down there. So.
Well, Connecticut's had some town spikes. Well, so is Massachusetts. I mean,
yeah.
Massachusetts got spikes happening all over the place. And so in Connecticut, the towns have to go back to phase 2 or put a hold. So it's town by town, you know? So it's just like, if you're
I've definitely noticed, like, it doesn't, like, I haven't seen people walking around without masks or anything, but definitely, like, seems like people are being less they're more lax about stuff like get-togethers and going places with multiple, like a lot of people in a small area.
I mean, you can't because nobody's doing those things. You still have to wear masks everywhere. The problem is they're saying that people are having personal inside gatherings.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Oh, I think you're saying in public.
No, I'm talking about people having like people over like parties and stuff.
Yeah, I think people are like, oh, we can't hang outside anymore because it's cold out. Why don't you come in? And they're just easily trusting each other that you don't have it or something, and it's just not a good
we only
idea.
have like Claire's sister and her husband and daughter are like the only people that we like will like see inside places with. Like we'll go to their house, they'll come to our house, but that's it. We don't like, there's no other like connections like that.
Yeah. But still, it's tough. I mean, like there's some schools already going back to just virtual learning.
Yeah, Enfield did that, and I know Springfield Public Schools just announced this morning, or last night even, I think it was, that they're shutting down all the sports because they let sports go, but then they just shut them all down because they had a positive case. So
it's not worth it. Just don't.
It's not. No.
Have your sports in the spring, maybe, and then if it doesn't happen in the spring, just wait till next fall.
Yeah, well, see, the thing is, some of those kids can't. Like some of those kids will graduate and won't be able to play. So that's the thing.
Well, I know it sucks. I mean, we all have to make.
It's a terrible time to be in that situation.
Yeah,
but
they'll be fine. I mean, it sucks, but everybody's got to do their part because you don't want to kill potentially yourself or someone you love.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and you can't. I mean, playing with a mask on, you can't do that. And you get close to people and you're huffing and puffing and you're sweating. Yeah. You know, so it's just not a good thing, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's very strange. There's a lot of worrisome stuff going on.
I'm going to bring this up because we were talking about Connecticut and COVID. But I didn't watch John Oliver last night.
I did.
It's official. John Oliver got the poop plant named after him.
Yes, he showed up looking like Earthworm Jim.
Yeah, he was all in the
like a half body bubble.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. I'm gonna watch it tonight or tomorrow with Allison.
Yeah, no, my first thought was he looked like Earthworm Jim.
Awesome. Yeah.
The way the outfit is, I was like, oh my gosh, he's Earthworm Jim.
But it's awesome, and he'll be donating the money.
We're not sponsored by this drink I'm drinking. I just didn't realize I had the logo.
What is it? Nobody's gonna care.
Hint. Flavored water.
Is it a hint of what? Lime?
It's a hint of lemon. This is a hint of lemon. This one.
No, is it a hint?
It is. It's like it's the stuff that's I'll promote a little bit since we're talking about now. It's the stuff I've started drinking since I gave up soda. Water infused with lemon essence.
Essence.
They have multiple flavors. They have like raspberry and strawberry and watermelon, all these different flavors. But I enjoy the lemon and the raspberry the most.
Look at you, highfalutin.
Hey,
highfalutin. Well, John Oliver gets to be in the poop plant, which is pretty awesome.
He got his poop plant named after him.
He's gonna donate some money. I'm excited to watch the episode myself.
It was a good one. It was nice
theme?
levity from the first half to the second half.
Yeah. What was
the first half? He talked a lot about real topics, and then it was nice to kind of have a comedy thing at the end of it to kind of.
Yeah, I was actually really happy. I watched Joe Biden's town hall. I felt my blood pressure was nice and calm. I felt.
Did you watch Jim Carrey's?
Yeah, I watched.
From Saturday Night Live?
I watched Saturday Night Live, but honestly, it was so nice and calming. So nice and calming to watch Joe Biden, and I'm so happy Joe Biden actually won the ratings. And Trump was on 3 channels. 3, and he still lost. Thank God, because Trump, that's all he fucking cares about. And it was just so calming. Now, listen, I don't agree with 100% everything Biden says, but I still respect him. I think he's a good human being. And right now, he's not Trump, and we need Biden in office just to get rid of this orange man. And I like Biden as just a person. And politics aside, and just listening to him talk about things was so refreshing. So refreshing. Because I am not looking forward to this week's debate. That's on Thursday night.
Oh, God.
It's gonna give me an ulcer.
It's gonna dissolve into another scream fest, and I'm just gonna change the channel.
It's gonna be Trump talking over Biden the whole time.
My thing with it is, what's the point at this point? Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Why?
You already.
If you haven't decided within 15 days, like whatever, by then it'll be 2 weeks, like less than 2 weeks in left. If you haven't decided by now, then you're not going to decide.
Yeah. You know what? If this is just normal protocol, the thing is, if this was two normal people, we wouldn't care. It would be like, oh, it's a boring debate, because that's what debate should be, boring. Politics should be boring.
Yes.
Because it's Trump, it's not boring. It's a fucking craziness. But man, Saturday Night Live did a great job of parroting the two, and how you go from like Jim Carrey's and he's like Bob Ross, or he's telling a story, Mr. Rogers,
long, drawn out stories.
Yeah,
that's my one thing against. That's the one thing against Biden, though, is you do sit through those and you have to like, oh boy, here goes Uncle Joe telling the story.
He had those stories, and then Trump being questioned. I mean, Savannah Guthrie did a great job of really pushing him, because, like the fact that he's talking about conspiracy theories and coronavirus and all this stuff that like is just cuckoo bananas that your president should not be talking about.
No, he's gone off the deep end at this point. He's totally over the edge.
Oh my God! But we'll see how it goes this Thursday with the debate.
It's kind of like, I've gotten to the point now where I always wanted Biden to win, but now I really want Biden to win because I just want to see like Trump's reaction to losing and see how dysfunctional he gets and how like off the rails he goes. Yeah,
well, the thing is, now Trump lost the popular vote last time.
Yes.
Now, I believe in my heart of hearts that Biden will win the popular vote.
Yes.
I am not 100% confident that the Electoral College will give Biden the win. That's what we need to be scared about. The Electoral College.
The thing with it is like I've seen a lot of stuff on it, and they say
it's garbage.
When you see, the electoral garbage, it is garbage. But I'm saying the more you see, like, and it's always been the Republicans thing. If you see a lot of people voting, that's usually bad for Republicans. And there's like lines around buildings waiting to get in to vote and stuff. So
I know some guy waited over 11 hours to vote. I think John
Oliver, which is crazy,
covered him a couple weeks ago. How he watched like a bunch of seasons of Curb on his phone. He listened to whole discography of some band.
Which is craziness. That people have to wait that long to vote.
Yeah, and I told Allison I'm going to pick her up from work. We're going to go right to vote, and I go, let's plan. Hopefully, we're not on a line for a couple hours, but we could be. Yeah, I'm doing it by mail. Yeah, we're not chancing it. Not taking any chances. We're going to go in person. I don't know. I've just too many unknowns with mail. Well, I'm not like mailing it in. I'm handing it off to my brother, who's going to drop it off at the town hall where he works. That's even crazier, Mark. So that's even worse. Hey, Jake, did you drop my ballot off for me? Oh shit! My sandwich at home. I'm making sure he does it before, like next week. I'm having to drop it off, not the day of. Yeah. But yeah, it's craziness. But on to better and bigger things, Marcus. Yes. I know you love the Disney Plus. I have kind of fallen away from it, waiting until the end of the month, which would be next Friday. Mandalorian season. Mandalorian 2. Day. You know what's weird? Disney is so weird. You know what they've been doing for like the whole month? Mando Mondays. Did you know this?
Yeah, they show Mando.
No, they sell merchandise, Mando
Yeah.
new merchandise every Monday.
Yeah.
And I saw it in the Target ad with some stuff, but I read online. I'm like, really? They don't promote it very well. Like,
well, because it's just they're just trying to get us stuff from last. Like,
this is new merchandise for the show.
No, I didn't know about this.
T-shirts, toys. It's called Mando Mondays. They've been doing it for like a month. Yeah, I know. I just learned about this like now a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, really? Disney, you're doing such a great job.
That's why they're having to furlough half their staff, and
well, yeah, their parks are hurting, man. So anyway, Disney Plus, Mark. The reason I bring it up is because did you see the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special?
I did not see it, but I've heard about it.
Is there a trailer for it?
There probably is. Here, let me check and see.
They put a poster out that had just Luke's hand. It says to Luke on it. And,
from Dad.
And it's got like tons of celebrities and original cast members coming back to reprise their role. I am very excited for this. It comes out Tuesday, November 17th. I think I will wait to closer to Christmas to watch it, but I'm actually really excited for this. And Mandalorian is going to go right through the holidays. I'm just trying to see if there's anything. They listed a whole bunch of new shows coming out for Disney Plus the end of the year. Oh, Inside will be premiering. Inside already came out, right? Yeah. Inside Pixar movie.
Inside Out.
No, Inside.
Soul.
No, there's a Pixar movie that's going to be, instead of going to the theaters, it is now going to be premiering Disney.
Yeah, it's called Soul.
Yeah, Soul.
Yes. That's not come out yet.
Yeah, I guess that's going to be Disney Plus now.
Yeah, and they actually announced too that the Borat's going to be on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, Borat comes out this Friday on Amazon Prime. Yeah, that was already. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we'll see. One Wonder Woman potentially will be streaming on Christmas Day as well. I don't know. Next year, I could see the beginning half of the year, all those movies being pushed again to the end of the year. But Black Widow, man, I don't know how many more times they can push that before deciding what.
Yeah, they're gonna have. It's. I think if they only push it to 2021 and that's about it, then I couldn't go much farther than that. I don't think.
Yeah, we'll see. And then speaking of the movies, I got a little movie news, and then we'll move on. AMC offers private movie theater rentals starting at $99, Mark.
Wow.
Now, hold on.
Theater rental, like the whole theater, you're saying?
Yeah, it might sound good now, but let me give you the gist of this. The private movie showing program, as it's been dubbed.
There's no trailer for the holiday special.
No, not yet. Yeah. We'll have to show it when it does come out. It will allow up to 20 people to have a theater to themselves for a few hours. Customers can pick from a list of 34 movies, which include older releases like Jurassic Park and a new film, The New Mutants, which comes out onto DVD like in a month or so, and it's not worth it. Also, Christopher Nolan's Tenet. Older movies start at $99, and new movies will cost you $150. Now, granted, if you have 20 people
that you are close with and you know are going to be
$150, it's worth it. But if you have like less than 10, it's not worth it. Now here is the interesting part, this is just like AMC's out of touch here. You can get a pricier, it can get very pricier though. Depending on the movie selection and the theater location, AMC website said it can cost up to $349 to host a private movie party. On top of that, you're really looking at if you want to have a microphone, okay, they will rent you a microphone for $100. You can bring in your own microphone with a little PA for like cheaper than that. What, $100 for a microphone? Give me a break. Customers want to bring their own food, will be charged $250 catering fee.
Just
But AMC said it won't allow food that requires a heating element. Customers also won't be able to bring food that the theater already sells. So
you
if
can't
you
bring your own popcorn.
No. So it's getting pricier already.
So if you can bring 20 people, it works out to, if for a $150 movie, it works out to $7.50 a person.
That's not bad.
Which isn't terrible.
No, but then if you want to have food and you want to have a microphone to like talk to people, like I don't know, if you want to like hold court or something.
Why would you need a microphone to talk to people?
I don't know. I want to say hi to everybody. You could just yell it. But the fact that they're charging $100 for that option alone is just so out of touch. It's so out of touch.
And if you do an old movie for $99, don't bring anything in with you. It's like $4.95 a person.
Right. But you got to have 20 people.
Yeah.
Or it's really, you could just watch it at home. I don't know. AMC is hurting. I mean, this is why they're doing it.
I mean, if you do the $250 deal where you bring in the food and stuff, for 20 people, that's $12.50 a person. So that's still not terrible.
No.
I'd do it.
Do you know 20 people?
I'm pretty sure I do.
The thing is, you say that, and then what if the 20 people don't show up?
Well, at least they have to give me the $12.50 beforehand.
Oh,
I'm not gonna have them give it to me the day they show up.
See, there you go. There you go. You know that's not going to work. You know how that works.
That's how it works. I want my money.
You know how that works. Anyway, AMC, I don't know. It's
there's an AMC around here to do it at anyways, so it doesn't matter. But
yeah, it's an interesting thing. We'll see if it actually helps them out. It's a little expensive when you go get a microphone and stuff.
I can bring my own microphone. I mean, them to give me one.
You bring your own little PA system.
We need a microphone anyways.
I don't know. So
there's only 20 people in the room. How much? We need a microphone for it.
Hello, welcome. You just do that.
All 20 of you. Thanks for coming.
All 20 of you. How's it going?
All 19 of you, because you're one of the people that counts for the 20.
Right.
Yeah. So we're only bringing 19 people because you're bringing yourself.
Right.
And if it's one of us, we're bringing our wives with us. So there's only like 18 people you have to find. So it gets, it could happen.
All right,
I mean, I would mind seeing Jurassic Park on the big screen again.
I saw it when they did the 3D. It was really good.
Yeah.
It was good. All right, Mark, shall we jump into our topic?
Sure.
Let's go into our favorite. This is our favorite horror thriller character of all time. Would you like me to go first, sir?
Why not? Since you're already talking.
All right. I would
your
say
idea.
I'm going to read a quote to you, and I want to see if you know who I'm talking about.
Okay. Are we going to play this game?
I'm going to see if I can act it out, too.
Oh, boy. Hold on. Go ahead.
Well, what would you do? I'm not looking at my Zoom. All right, ready? This is going to be god-awful. Wendy, darling, light of my life, I'm not going to hurt you. You don't let me finish my sentence. I said I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just going to bash your brains in. I'm going to bash them right the fuck in.
Jack Nicholson from The Shining.
Ding, ding, ding. Jack Torrance.
Yes,
his
that was
full
his name.
name. John Daniel Edwards Jack Torrance. In The Shining, the 1980s film adaptation of Stanley Kubrick. And it is still by far one of the best thriller horror movies of all time. But that character is so iconic. Jack Nicholson, it's like that character, that's what you think of when you think Jack Nicholson. like, I don't know. He's just an amazing character. What is he going through? What's going on in that head? Him just going slowly crazy. I don't think any actor really could have done it at that time. I'm sure there's a lot of actors now that could have, but we don't want a remake. I think Doctor Sleep is a movie. It's on HBO. I've been dying to watch because it's like it's interesting because Stephen King wrote Doctor Sleep as a sequel to the book.
Yeah.
And then the movie came out, and the movie does this interesting thing where it's a sequel to the movie, and it has elements from the book. So in The Shining, in the book, the hotel burns down. There is no more hotel. So I don't know where they go in the that didn't happen at the end of the movie. So it's interesting. I'm interested in watching Doctor Sleep, but that is one of my all-time favorite characters. I mean, Jack Nicholson, you cannot beat that performance. It still gives me chills. He's just so freaking good. And they took their time of unraveling his psyche, giving us just watching a man go crazy. He's so terrifying. And if he was my dad, oh my God, it would piss my pants. I would not been like his little boy and try to rescue my mom. I would have been in the car stuck in a snowbank somewhere. They're like, I can't, I don't know what to do. Anyway.
That's a good one.
That's mine.
All right. Since you acted out yours, I acted out mine.
Oh boy.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Cage goes in the water. You go in the water. Shark's in the water. Shark.
Quint.
Yes. Robert Shaw. Quint. I love that he's a cranky old man that hated everything and hated the world. And all he wanted to do was kill a shark. He got eaten by the shark, unfortunately, but spoiler alert.
Well, if you haven't seen Jaws by now.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Jaws by now, then it's your fault. But no,
I
loved his character. He was fantastic.
You had a little tinge of Adam Sandler in your impression.
Yeah. I couldn't help it.
Waterboy. There's a little bit Waterboy in there.
Harder.
That's what I heard. When you edit
go
this,
in the water. You go in the water.
When you watch this, when you're editing this, watch your thing. Yeah, there was a little Waterboy in there. I was like, I'm like, is this Adam Sandler's? Are you already putting Adam Sandler's Hoover Halloween in the mix already?
I haven't even seen that yet.
I have no interest.
But dubla oblongata.
My shark is gonna come and get you.
My shark. Our shark. My mama said sharks are the devil.
Oh God, makes me want to watch Waterboy now.
That's a great flick. It's been on a lot lately. That's probably why I was doing that.
Maybe.
But no, Robert Shaw playing that character was just classic. He was fantastic in it. When he does the whole thing, if it was not super long, when he does the whole thing about the USS Indianapolis and the shark attacking the sailors.
Yeah.
Oh, classic cinema right there.
Yeah, and Jaws, that still fucking scares me to this day, man. Like,
and the whole thing about that, and I think we've talked about it before on the show. It's like the whole thing about Jaws was that the only reason why the movie ended up being scary was because they couldn't get the actual shark they built to work. So they had to make it more mysterious, and like you never saw the shark really until like towards the end of the movie.
Yeah.
So I think that sold it more. It was more of just the not knowing.
I know, but just being in the water as an adult, I'm like, there better not be sharks in here.
There better be sharks around here. I fucking hate sharks.
Even as a kid, I'd go in my grandfather's pool, my grandfather's pool. I'd close my eyes, and in my head,
there's a shark right in front of you.
Yeah, I would see Jaws. I would like, oh, this is freaking me out, man.
Yeah, man. It messed kids up for a long while. A lot of kids didn't go swimming for many years after that because of that movie. Probably adults too, but a lot of kids I know for sure.
Totally.
But yeah, so my first one is Quint, Robert Shaw from Jaws.
Nice. My next one, I think, well, I'm just going to say, I'm not going to act it out, but
oh, darn it, I'm going to start doing this. I'm having fun with this.
Well, let me see if I can get a good Oh, here we go. Mother.
Norman Bates.
Yes, Norman Bates. And you would see the outline of Mother in the mansion
Yeah.
up top. Norman Bates, because the first Psycho movie is a classic. It's an all-time classic. But his character, I think, it's a cautionary tale of what could happen. I mean, and I've watched enough serial killer stuff that, well, it kind of happens. So it's not a stretch by any imagination that Norman Bates. There are people out there that have Norman Bates themselves. That sounds dirty. So I highly recommend. Norman Bates is just a great character, and I'm so happy that no, it wasn't AMC that did it. I think it was it wasn't History Channel. God, it was one of those off channels that I normally don't watch, but Bates Motel. It went on, I think,
It was AMC. Oh no, it was A&E.
A&E.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Now, like, Bates Motel was so freaking good. Me and Allison were addicted to it, and 4 or 5 seasons. It did a fantastic job of expanding the world, expanding the town, giving it a little bit more, mythology, and the acting was unfucking believable. Who played Bates? It was the kid.
The kid there, but I don't know his name though.
Me neither. Why can't I think of his name?
He's been in like a lot of stuff too.
He's in the Doctor Show on CBS.
Yes.
You know. Anyway, he is absolutely amazing. If you want a great show, sink your teeth in. It's got drama. It's got some crazy scenes later on, and it's a shame it was never nominated for anything. I don't think A&E ever submitted it for some reason. But man, it blew my socks off. Great show, but I think the character was deserving of a TV show. So Norman Bates, one of my all-time favorite characters. Check out Bates Motel. And, Psycho had a lot of sequels. You had Psycho 2, Psycho 3, Psycho 4, The Beginning. They kind of go downhill. They're not the best. I think Psycho 1, Psycho 2 is a little bit, it's okay. And there was a prequel called Psycho House. And then there was another one called Psycho Sanitarium, which is a prequel. It was a novel. So the novels, there were Psycho 2, Psycho House, and Psycho Sanitarium were all novels. And then you had Psycho 2, 3, and 4 movies. But check out Bates Motel, great show. And you don't have to be into horror to enjoy them, Anyway, that is one of my all-time favorite characters, Mark.
All right. So here's my second one. It's gonna be a little weird because it's a female character, and it's from a sequel. So if that helps. So here we go. God damn it, that's not all. Because if one of those things gets down here, that'll be all. Then all this bullshit that you think is so important, you could just kiss it all goodbye.
Is this Zombieland?
No, it's not.
Is it a female character?
It's a female character. It's a movie I mentioned last week.
Oh, Ghostbusters?
Not Ghostbusters, but she was in Ghostbusters.
Was it the secretary?
Not the secretary.
Sigourney Weaver?
Yes, but not Ghostbusters.
Alien?
Yes. Ripley from Alien.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I wouldn't remember
That's
that.
from Aliens.
Oh.
So. I said it was from the sequel.
Oh, okay.
There wasn't very quote worthy movies, but I just always like enjoyed her. She was such a badass in all those movies. And it was like one of the first like horror type movies I kind of could watch without like having issues.
Right.
It was about space and stuff.
And
And I'm
aliens.
better off with aliens than I am with like zombies and stuff.
You know, I did see a horror movie with you once, Mark, and yeah, you don't do very well.
No, I
You
don't do
got-
well. No,
Like for people out
No,
there listening,
I was conned into that, by the way. It wasn't like of my volition. It was like
we saw 28
that was a
days later.
Francia. No, it was 28 weeks later.
28 weeks
Or
later.
the second one. Yeah.
And the scene where they're in the dark and they're going down the escalator, I think Mark
Nope.
just had his head down the whole time.
Nope. I took my glasses off the whole time.
Great movie.
Yeah. And the guy sets himself on fire. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Nope, nope, nope.
Nope. And there was a scene. Was that for the one where they were inside the like a house with like the boarded up windows or something,
In the beginning, yeah.
and they're
yeah.
reaching through the windows? Yeah. Nope. Not my cup of tea.
Not Mark's cup of tea.
Getting nervous right now thinking about it.
Yeah, Ridley, what a great character. Strong female, kicks ass.
Ripley is a great character.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the second one, they have that she's like protecting the kid.
Yeah, I enjoyed the second one.
Now it has Paul Reiser in it, so there you go.
Oh, we're back to Paul Reiser. Well, Mark, my all-time favorite character.
Which is probably would have been mine, but I knew it was going to be yours.
Well,
And if it's not who I think it is, then I'm going to be aggravated because I didn't pick him for this reason.
my all-time favorite character of all time, and one of my favorite all-time characters in movies in general, is Ashley Ash Joanna Williams.
I'm not going to act it out.
Joanna. What do I say Joanna for?
I don't know. Joanna Man?
Joanna.
Joanna?
Joanna. Yeah.
Yeah.
Evil Dead. He has got to play. It's so cool because he's been playing the same character since 1981,
Yes.
and the fact that you get to play a character not only in films but now TV and video games is pretty remarkable, and it doesn't happen all the time because you're always recasting, and for someone younger. Even Freddy Krueger was recast for the reboot. And even Bruce Campbell showed up at the very end of the soft reboot of Evil Dead saying groovy.
Yeah.
So it was cool. Like he wasn't forgotten. Bruce Campbell as a person, I love, but that character
Shop smart.
is the best.
Shop S smart.
Yeah. And like I have 1, 2, 3. I have like 3 Ash figures over there, and then I have like 4 more Ash figures over there. Yeah, just I love that franchise. I was obsessed with that franchise. The show
Army of
was
Darkness
just
is
so
like one of
great.
my top 10 movies of all time.
God, yeah, Army of Darkness is.
This is my boomstick. Great.
Yeah. So good. And I mean, Evil Dead 1 still holds up. Evil Dead 2 still holds up. I mean, they're just great, just fun films.
I was like doing some research just to kind of like remember characters' names and things and different like who the actors were. Because I couldn't remember the name of the actor for Jaws. But it was the Empire top 100 horror characters of all time.
Yeah.
And Ash is number 1.
Number 1, baby. Number 1. Number 1.
Yeah. Ahead of Freddy Krueger and Jason and Michael Myers.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. So what's your number 1, Mark?
Number 1, I'll actually give you a line. If you don't get it off this line, then you really don't know what you're doing. Because
all right.
A census taker once tried to test me. Ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Oh, Hannibal Lecter, baby.
Yes, Hannibal Lecter, Silence of the Lambs. This movie came out in 91. My mom fell in love with this movie. She loved it. She thought it was awesome. She's read the book, I believe, or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
But she like was like, her and my aunt could not stop talking about this movie. So I remember probably like right around like when it came out on VHS or whatever.
Mm.
I remember like watching it with my mom because she was like, "This is really good. You have to watch this movie." And it was like I wasn't that old. I was before high school, so it's probably like it's like sixth grade, maybe sixth, seventh
Yeah.
grade.
Yeah.
It freaked me out, but not like scary. Freaked me out. It was just like weird.
Yeah, it's a freaky, it's a thriller.
Yeah, but I've always thought Anthony Hopkins was like a fantastic actor, and
Yeah.
that was such a odd like departure for him to
I
play that
mean,
character.
he came back in the sequels, and I saw the sequels. They weren't as good. They're all right.
Yeah.
Red Dragon and whatnot. I heard the Hannibal series that was on NBC is supposed to be really good. A lot of people.
I did hear that. Yeah, it was the guy that's in that plays the dad in episode not Star Wars story Rogue One.
Yeah.
He plays the dad. Yeah.
He's a great actor.
Yes.
And it's on Netflix, and I've been meaning to check it out at some point because a lot of people say it's really good. They say it was better than it had any right to be on NBC. Like, it's a network
that was
show.
like one of the things. It was like that. It was like almost like because my mom was into it too, I believe, but it was like HBO worthy, like that kind of.
Like, yeah, they got away with a lot of gore. I heard.
Yeah,
There'd be like plates of food and then body parts and stuff, and they showed that on television, which is crazy. Network television.
Yeah. But no, Anthony Hopkins was fantastic in that, as well as he was as Odin in Thor movies.
And now he's retired. How many?
Yeah.
Hannibal. Let's see. Silence.
There's a lot because there was Red Dragon. There was.
Well, we had Silence of the Lambs.
Yes.
And then.
Red Dragon, the sequel?
Yeah, I don't know if there was one in between that though.
I don't think so.
Oh, Hannibal.
Oh, that's right.
Sequel.
Okay. Yeah.
Hannibal is a 2001 American Ridley Scott. It was taken from the novel of the same name.
Yeah, and Red Dragon was the third one then.
Yeah, Hannibal.
Which was someone who was mimicking or like copycatting Hannibal Lecter. And then Anthony Hopkins, I think, comes back and kills the guy at the end or something. He's not in the whole movie.
Yeah, you had Manhunt in 1986, Silence of the Lambs in 91, Hannibal in 2001, Red Dragon 2002, Hannibal Rising in 2007, which I think nobody saw, and then the Hannibal TV show that went from 2013 to 2015. I remember Red Dragon. Hannibal Rising had Anthony Hopkins in it, I guess. I'm looking at it now. Starring a bunch of people I don't know who they are.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big market.
No, it wasn't a big movie. I mean, it was a big movie, but box office. The film opened at number 2 in the United States with only 13.4 million, which is nothing now.
Yeah, that's not anything now. Yeah.
Less than half of the 33.7 opening of Norbit. You remember the movie Norbit?
Norbit.
Norbit was one of those movies with Eddie Murphy, who we played.
I remember that.
American Comedy. Yeah, he played all the characters. And he plays a skinny guy, and there's like this fat woman laying on him.
Oof.
Yeah, Norbit. And 33.7 million. This is like chump change compared to what box office these movies bring in now. Like, that's weird. It's so weird. And then it dropped. It came in number 2, but with nothing. 13 million. It probably didn't even make its money back. And it dropped to number 10, dropped to 7 and then 10 and 13. So it just had a drop off. A bunch of people saw it, and that was the end of it. That's crazy. But they were all based off the books. So there was 4 books. You had the 4 movies, and then the TV show. Pretty cool. But yeah.
Huh.
Great character though. Anthony Hopkins brought it, baby.
Yeah, he was fantastic in it, and Jodie Foster was great. The whole movie was just fantastic. But
what are we gonna do for next week? I mean, we got
I'm thinking
Halloween.
since the week before Halloween.
Yeah,
I'm thinking we do our top 3 favorite Halloween candies and our top 3 least favorite Halloween candies.
that's gonna be thrilling. Let's do it.
Or
I could reach out to the guy.
Or how about this?
What? What do we talk to the guy who owns the Annabelle doll?
If you can get him.
He might. He's on social media like all the time.
All right.
I don't know. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to do that because then she might bring the doll on the show. I don't want to deal with that
he
juju.
doesn't bring the doll on the show.
Well, he might show us. I don't want to deal with that juju.
We can talk about the doll.
No, I'm fine. I'm good. You can do that one on your own.
Oh,
I'm
come
already out.
on.
I'm already excited. I want to be a part of it. That's too weird for me.
Fine.
How about this?
What?
We go and we find during the week, if we're out doing stuff, we find disgusting Halloween candy that we find. Like if there's like some weird
Wait a minute.
Halloween candy, and then we taste it.
No.
Show.
Better idea, because I don't like candy. What if we just find...
Excuse me, Mr. Hoity-Toity.
I like it, but I don't eat it because it's not good for me.
I like it, but I don't eat it.
Yeah.
How are you?
I gave up candy years ago. Listen, I got better.
Candy.
Why don't we
Not
look
milk.
up? Why don't we look up and try to find online crazy candies that could be from around the world or just things we've never heard of, and you have your top 3 crazy candies.
Like turkey flavored candy corn.
Yeah.
That's a thing. That's really a thing.
Okay. Let's do that. Let's not talk about the norm. It has to be weird, and it could be from any parts of the world. But it could just be like the craziest candies around the world.
All right, we have to include Bob in this because he's Mr. Tasting.
Well,
There's a way that we could like find them early enough and send them to Bob and have Bob test them for us.
I'm not paying for
That'd
that.
be the thing to do, but
Yeah.
we don't have that kind of ingenuity.
Why don't we just look up the craziest candies and see if we can out crazy each other? You know, I think that's doable.
That seems just as thrilling as my idea, but okay.
Well, I don't want to be like, my favorite candy is dots. I don't know.
I don't know. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, no, it's a good idea, but I think crazy candies would be awesome because it would give us something interesting to learn, you know? So find a crazy candy, you know, what is it? Where is it from? Yada, yada. I think that'd be cool.
We could do top 3 favorite Halloween memories.
I think we did that a long time ago on our
Halloween
podcast.
themed memories.
Yeah, we did that on our podcast.
Okay.
Come on, let's look up crazy candies.
People can do that on their own. Why do we need to do that for them? Who's going to want to sit
fun.
through us talking about weird candy?
3 crazy candies.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll talk about this more when we get done with the show. No need for them to
Like,
be seeing
there's
behind
a candy
the curtain.
called Eat a Bag of Dicks.
Yeah,
And they're
Kristen
shaped
bought
like
that for Jeremy Hutzel.
they're shaped like little dicks.
Yeah, Kristen bought that for Jeremy Hutzel and put it on his birthday cake one year. Remember?
Look at cat butt gum. There's cat butt gum. Looks like cat butts.
So you've basically just done the whole segment just now. So we're good. We could do something else.
Oh no, there's so much.
Segment over.
Oh my god, there's like a whole thing. Why don't you want to do this?
I thought it'd be more fun if you I don't know. We'll figure it out.
All right.
We'll come up with something.
Maybe I'll have a list. I can list off some crazy candies then.
Yeah, we could do that as a side thing. You can do that as your side project.
All right. Okay. You know what? No news next week. It would just be crazy candy.
Candies. It's a Halloween themed episode. We just talk about Halloween stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have any Halloween memories worth talking about, really. I mean,
We'll think of something. We'll come up with something.
okay.
All right.
Why don't we just have lists? Crazy candy.
Or the scariest thing that's ever happened to us in our lives. That's a good one.
I could think of a couple.
Scariest moments that we've ever had.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one. I like that. We'll go with that for now.
I got 2 already.
Well, there you go.
It
See?
came right to my mind as soon as you said that.
That's right, because it freaks you out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're not even... Yeah, I'm getting myself goose pimples now. All right, let's do that. Scary moments
Okay.
of our lives.
Yes.
Whoa. And maybe I'll get my skeleton out and I'll decorate for Halloween back here, you know?
Sure.
I'll get it all set up.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll bring out the old you can play the spooky song.
Yeah, this spooky song. Yeah, we'll do that.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, next week's going to be a hootenanny.
A hootenanny. It's gonna be a hoot and a nanny.
A hootenanny. All right, Mark. We should end this show.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Follow us on the Facebook. Check us out on the Twitter. I think Brian still does the Twitter and the YouTube.
I don't do Twitter.
I don't either. I gave up Twitter. I erased it off my phone. So
yeah.
But I'm assuming we're still on there. But you can find us on there.
It's on there, but it hasn't tweeted anything important.
It hasn't tweeted. It's not as proficient as the president in the tweeting category.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah. So Facebook, the Podbean, the YouTube. We're there. Check us out. We'll see you all next week. Everyone have a great week, and we'll see you here next Monday. Bye, everybody.